Hello, welcome to the welcome to the oh dear. That's not good.
Light
So,
lag.
welcome to The Gentleman of Four Outs, a dark gaslight adventure featuring the Pathfinder system with 3.5 additives. Gestalt. Session 1. Our Shared Lies. This world you recognize, but it's not the same. It hasn't been the same for quite some time, actually. Ever since the first colonies of the Norse, some 1,000 years ago. What was once considered flights of fantasy and heretic notions is now real. Mankind has been usurped by a variety of demi-human species. Which one of you would like to introduce your character first?
Not it.
Patrick, tell us a bit about Captain Pierre Arsenault Minois.
That's the pronunciation of the last name? Okay, I'll roll with it. I know nothing about France, but I'm playing a French character. I'll figure it out. So yes, Captain Pierre Arsenault Minois is, well, I'm not quite sure how to succinctly describe his race. He's some kind of mutated sea creature person that Soma brought in, but the practical offshoot of that is that he is a seahorse man. I'm certain Soma's showing you the rather fetching picture right now. So he is a pirate. He is a pirate captain. His class makeup is he's a sanctified slayer, sworn of the eldest inquisitor, multi-classed with a swaggering buccaneer, which is a mishmash of the gunslinger and the swashbuckler, which is about 2/3 swashbuckler. Honestly, they just added guns. So yeah, he is, as you could probably expect by a character handed down from the great Riot Wolf, a hedonistic fellow. He is a former slave who escaped from slavery to take up the life of a pirate captain, becoming the captain of Les Depraved Degenerés. And he's basically just going about living his life, doing whatever it takes to get him and his similarly hedonistic crew their daily gold. And he is sworn to the Archfey Reynard, the trickster fox deity of this setting. So, not much else to say about him, I guess. I'm still trying to figure out the character too. We're just flying by the seat of our pants here.
Chojo Giga, would you like to introduce yourself? Vanguard.
Yeah, I heard you. It's just... I'm just trying to overcome my shyness of being live.
It's all good, fam.
Don't worry, Vanguard. It's Soma. Nobody's watching.
Wow. Wow.
Oh, man.
Just
I know we're
wow.
all friends and everything, but wow.
Wow.
Jesus, Pat, talk about busting his balls this early.
Feeling better now?
A lot better, dude.
So, Chojo Giga, tell me about yourself.
the simplest thing would be I'm a wandering poet samurai. I'm trying to see the other class here. With, if I recall, Oracle as my other class. Mystic. The delay, man.
I believe it's called a Mystic Devotee.
Yes, that would be it.
If that's all you're comfortable with sharing at the time, I will be moving on to Commodore.
No, yeah, go on. I'm still getting used to this guy.
Jerry Backfire Phelps, tell us about yourself.
First of all, boy, you ever call me Backfire again, I'll break your fucking leg. Secondly, there ain't much I can tell you, seeing as how I ain't sauced enough, but Jerry comes from United States, or, well, what's left of it, considering so much shit has happened. A lot's changed from the world y'all might know, but suffice to say, Jerry doesn't like talking about his background too much, seeing as how, well, let's just say glowing eyes tend to tick people off when they don't know why. Oh, and stay away from the elk with the big metal leg. He likes to buck. Like, he will literally put that thing through your head if he can. But, yeah. We're pre-gens, so we're still trying to figure out our backstories and whatnot, but Jerry is, I wouldn't so much say a loner as he is just, doesn't like people all that much. Tends to find people like to exploit each other once they get to know you. And, you know, when you walk around with a gun and a bomb in the other hand, people tend to like to exploit you a lot. Those people tend to end up dead. Very dead.
Alright. Sukos, tell us about Baron Cyril Berrycloth.
You don't know about Baron Cyril Berrycloth? Oh, goodness. It really does fall to me to educate the room, doesn't it? I, the great Baron Cyril Berrycloth, am the heir to the Berrycloth estate and the proprietor of the Cheshire Silk Company. Oh, the great profits I've had. All thanks to a lovely fellow named Marco Polo, I hear. But, needless to say, I've taken over the family business and made it global. And I have the generous... I have the generous and gracious favor of the Queen to thank for that. God save the Queen. Although, my business is not the only thing that interests me these days. It's running well and successful, and I intend to travel the world to ensure that it remains that way. Well, and it also gives me excuses to indulge in a few personal excitements along the way. Oh, but don't think I'm just a pretty face. No, my silk company makes absolutely certain that I'm able to strut my stuff, as it were. The small red kobold says with a glittering flick of magic at his clawed fingertips. After all, the clothes make the man, and the man makes the magic.
Wow.
Nice. Now can you pull a rabbit out your hat?
Damn, that was actually impressive voice acting.
Sukos delivers.
Sukos does deliver.
Hello?
Hello.
Oh my god.
Hello.
Uh-oh, are we having complications again?
Are you all back to where you should be?
Okay, my audio screwed up. Did y'all hear any of that?
I heard all of
yes.
it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I got all of it and I loved it.
Absolutely.
It was fantastic.
Yeah, my audio crapped out towards the end, so I did not hear anybody's reaction.
Just a lot of cheering and Backfire asking if you can pull a rabbit out of your hat.
Alright. So. One moment.
Okay.
We begin in a cellar. You all don't really remember how your night ended, but you do know where it ended, at least. This cellar is rather expansive. You see among yourselves a variety of individuals. You see a more demure cat with a newsboy hat, a fox in a top hat, and a gnoll in traditional Zulu attire. You see another fox with oriental finery, and you see a kobold, a Zalarai of the horseman, seahorse variety, and a very large tigerman, as well as a wolf and an elk. As you all gather your senses and eventually head to the main atrium of this cellar, you see at the staircase a horned, smiling gentleman, leaving very little to the imagination. But at the flick of a wrist, he is, once again, of modesty. Ah, it would seem my lovely customers have woken up from their night of debauchery. Do you all remember where you are, and have you remembered your tab? I most certainly hope so. If you haven't remembered where you are, I am very enthusiastic to remind you. I am Duet Butler. At least that's what you mortals call me, and I intend to keep it that way. It would be bad for business if the crown knew what I actually was. It would also be bad for you. But where are my manners? Welcome to the Polite Cobra. In the land of the living, of course. If you would sober up just enough, I could lead you back up to the bar, and you can be on your way once you've paid your tab or negotiated a settlement of some kind.
Harry just stares at this guy, half drunkenly awake, and then just lets rip the loudest burp you could possibly expect someone his size to just let out.
Someone doesn't have any manners.
Ugh, I don't remember eating shrimp. Ugh.
Well, this is a rather rotten state of affairs. What good is a night of debauchery if you can't remember it? But yes, I'm sure we can all join you upstairs in a moment. Now, Soma, these four individuals around me, I assume that since their position near me, they might be members of my crew?
They are not. You actually do not recognize a single one of these three. Not the Knoll, not the Fox, nor the Newsboy and the Catman.
And I assume everyone else in the room is just as unfamiliar to each other.
Indeed, you are all fresh as a newborn cub to one another.
All right. Well, I guess if nobody else is doing anything, I guess Pierre would be slowly making his way towards the staircase, silently panicking in his head because last time he checked, the coffers were empty.
Oh, that'll put some fire in your step, Captain.
What the hell? You can read my mind?
No, you just got up very fast for somebody so hungover.
But pardon me for making wild assumptions about someone so clearly otherworldly. I know my way around magic, thank you very much.
We'll see about that.
Just out of curiosity, are any of the other people besides the four of us female by chance?
Absolutely
You know
not.
the answer to that question.
I
Absolutely
knew the
not.
answer to that.
Then Jerry looks to his elk and ponders aloud, Eller, where the hell did you get 3 pair of panties and why are they in your antlers?
God dang it!
Wait a minute, let me take a look.
Well,
Eller is the name of his elk, by the way.
Eller, got it.
Yeah, I'm going with Eller.
Understood. So, far be it from me to have to explain this to you, however, officially I am but a humble tavern owner. However, what I actually procure for people is a hint of the Molly. This is a establishment for men of a peculiar, defect. Though I loathe using that phrase.
Oh, okay, I see what you're getting at. It's a club for buggery enthusiasts. That makes so much more sense now.
Yes. Now, I assume since you jumped up so fast, Captain, that either the good trade hasn't been good to you lately, or you have been flush with cash that I don't know about.
I'm not prepared to answer that question one way or the other at the moment, thank you.
Just don't forget, I do offer jobs to those who owe me some degree of wealth.
Uh-huh.
Well, yes, that's very well and good, but haven't you been lavishing too much attention on me? I mean, I do know I love being at the center of attention and all, but surely there's some other guests in here who deserve a little bit of your delicate touch, sir.
Ah, of
Bit of
course.
modesty from you after last night. That's funny.
Oh, do you remember something that the others don't? The head dignitary of the Imperial Japanese Society, yes?
I remember him being a hog and interrupting me every time I tried to get a word in.
That's impressive.
A dignitary, yeah, that's blackmail material.
Oh, and how could I forget the unfortunate sibling? Hello, Choju Daite? Dote? I can't really pronounce your first name very well.
Hmm. It's just it's just where I live. You get used to it.
I'll be right back, guys, real quick.
Okay.
Brother,
Brother,
I believe they
I
are
believe they
mocking
are
us.
mocking us.
Brother?
Brother,
I think
I think he
this.
literally just buggered off.
No, I think what's happening is, well, first of all, Sukos left his mic on, so
Yeah.
I'm
You,
just gonna
you
turn down
own,
his volume for now. But
Soma literally owns the channel. He could just mute him.
Gotta love double the audio feedback.
So, I'm going to try this one more time. Choju, Giga-san,
Hmm.
Giga-san.
What is it?
Brother, I do believe that he is mocking us. And you see a fox that barely stands to your fucking elbow. Like, barely stands to your, like, knee, rather. In front of you.
Yes. It's the mic. Don't worry about it. Oh, Minecar's watching.
Hello, Minecar. Welcome. Welcome.
Hello, Gia-san.
And hello, Gia. Thank you. Welcome. And Runeguard. Well, it does please me to have you all here. Welcome, welcome.
Vanguard, I think you. I'm not sure if you got this, but I think Thomas basically trying to say this fox guy next to you is apparently supposed to be your character's brother.
Brother, huh?
Yeah, no idea how that worked out, but good luck.
Well, I know that you are adopted, but seriously, brother, you shouldn't be able to forget your own family.
Of course,
You could
he's adopted.
just chalk it up to what happened last night. Fair?
Alright. He bows gently forward and closes his eyes, and then returns to standing as if at a guard for you. Oh, and the Baron! My. How on earth have you not lost the grace of your queen? With how you gallivant around the way you do?
Mm.
Oh, my bad. It would seem that I have, forgotten... Hello there. As you feel your voice return to you, so, Baron, what do you wish to say?
I think he's been talking this time, but you might have muted him on your end.
Yeah. It it's fine though.
We'll get this on the road eventually. And, the Yankee, the Dixie, or whatever the fuck they call you over there.
You see his hand twitch when you call him a Dixie. How much do I owe you, horns?
Hmm. I'm not particularly interested in your coin. However, I could use your assistance in a matter.
So we owe you a job.
Hmm. I very much am not interested in any of your gold, actually. But that can wait
Hmm.
for later.
Very well.
Such a... It's rare for such a gaggle of individuals to happen in my establishment all at once. And there's quite a lot of busy bees making busy work for yours truly these days.
Well, when we leave, are we going to be in London or Shanghai?
Hmm. I will leave that as a surprise for you.
Now I got a bad feeling.
Well,
Jerry,
as long as we're still in the same port as my ship, all's well with me.
Jerry mumbles under his breath at Noel that he thinks the horn guy's is a dandy.
Hmm. The the uh, the Zulu Knoll twitches his ears, noticing that you can speak his tongue. Ah, I am Ying Wayo. Pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Yeah, that name doesn't mean jack crap to me, buddy. I just picked it up while in the wilds.
Well, I was sent here as a dignitary myself. I don't know why they picked me. I have been quite the troublemaker. Yes, indeed.
He just kind of double takes and looks about everybody else in the room. Did I seriously walk in on a damn diplomatic situation again?
In Knoll, in perfect Knoll, Baron Barryclaw says, "Of course you walked into a diplomatic convention. We are clearly in some sort of den of iniquity. Where else would we conduct diplomacy?"
I can't. I can't. I wouldn't expect that world affairs were properly figured out in a poofter club, but now that I say it out loud, it makes a certain kind of sense.
Wait, your character speaks Noel too?
Well, no, this was just me responding to what was said before Noel started getting spoken again.
Ah,
Like to what you said. I'm sorry.
Ah,
sorry.
I suppose I should introduce myself as well. Morton Maynard, journalist for the Morning Chronicle.
Hmm. And that it means what to us?
Means I
Ah,
instantly don't like him. He's a fucking journalist.
well, I'm what you call a new branded journalist, an investigative sort. Uh, I do happen to know my way
Hmm.
around some locks, yes. Not that I should ever use it for anything other than finding out the truth.
And and let me guess, you're just here for the research?
Hmm. A gentleman never kisses and tells, Captain. And he gently, like, rubs your shoulder as he also gets up.
Please.
I'm getting
Can we?
I am getting a memory from last night. Something brown and fuzzy in my lap.
Hmm. Yes. Brown and fuzzy on blue and purple scales. Yes.
let's let's just cut to the chase. What do you want?
Well, it would seem that, there's been a lot of, supernatural muckery that I just don't have the time to deal with myself in the nearby, neighborhood, borough, warren, whatever you care to call this area. I believe it's called, Whitechapel. I don't care much for names. You all Fireflies tend to change the names of places every other decade, it seems.
Ah, piss. Just what I needed. Another fucking near elf.
Would you prefer you'd be deceased by now, buddy?
No, I just hate working with semi-immortals.
Actual immortal, actually. Hmm.
Friend, take my advice. Ain't nothing truly immortal. I should know.
Don't
Well,
even get that argument started. You will regret it.
alrighty. Oh, I guess I should introduce myself. Harrier, though you, people of the Isles prefer to call me Harry. Apparently Harrier's too much of a mouthful. Dubois. I am a French diplomat, and, I believe, me and, the captain have more than just that in common, and he just takes a little, pin out of his pocket that shows a little fox tail encircling itself.
Alright.
It is a shame that the Republic fell so quietly, isn't it?
Indeed.
Well, I must simply go back to my actual duties, as fun as this distraction is. And, you see, the fellows who, aren't part of your group start shuffling their way up the staircase past the very, muscular, very beautiful, almost demonic looking cat.
The captain will give that cat newsboy a playful smack on the rear as he walks past.
But, must you be so rude?
That's just him being friendly. What are you talking about?
There's a time and place for that sort of touch.
And the den of debauchery isn't the time and place?
Indeed, the place is here and the time is now, clearly. Or it was last night, anyway.
I don't remember last night. That doesn't count.
I'm
Where's the
so
nearest?
sorry for whatever poor soul I got with.
Where's the nearest bottle of booze I see?
You see a bottle of 3,000-year-old wine. Don't know how you found a 3,000-year-old bottle of wine, but it's there, right next to you.
Yeah, that knocked flat, alright?
Do I know how expensive 3,000-year-old wine tends to be?
And we're almost in the year 2000, I think, so...
It is 1869.
Oh, never mind then. Let's
Nice.
see, if I recall...
Yes, you've located the finest of Roman wines.
Well, if that's the instance, I'm guessing 10 platinum.
I'll ask again. Do I know how much a 3,000-year-old bottle of vinegar is worth?
You heard my take.
Well, if you had to guess, as a herbalist, I'd like you to roll your profession herbalism, actually, to find this out.
$20.
If you had to guess, it's worth more than you make in your hunting gigs, and you would never be able to pay this back in a reasonable fashion unless he was very generous with your stipend.
So it wasn't just laying on the ground. It's like actually up on a shelf or something.
Yup. Right above your
Ugh,
head.
Too rich for my taste.
As if you had any complaints, I wager.
Mr. Berrycloth. Baron Berrycloth. You notice, as you get more clarity of your environment, that there appears to be a sarcophagus just straight up slammed into the wall, face first, next to you, as well as the skull of a very large, what seems to be a reptile, just hanging out of the wall. And you also notice a bunch of other peculiarities, like, um, did pixies and, other assorted illicit objects.
He looks at the sarcophagus and looks at the skull, then mutters to himself, by the Queen, I hope I wasn't that drunk.
Well, the person doesn't really care the condition of their acquisitions end up being in as long as they get it, so I don't care. So if it was you, I don't care. Well, if you're finally sober enough to walk up staircases, it would be lovely if you would meet me in the bar.
Hmm.
Indeed.
A
And
bar
with
first thing in the morning, it's like I haven't even left my ship.
Barry Cloth actually, like, he stretches a little bit, and you hear bones, like, you hear various joints pop as he gets up and puts on his clothes.
Are you sure you're all right?
Oh, never better, never better. Don't worry about me. And as he gets dressed, you actually notice that he seems to get a little bit more, like, he seems to look a little bit healthier than he did before.
Weird magics. He'd spoke before he'd start ascending the staircase. Ducking if necessary.
Oh, you have to squeeze in there. You're such a large lad. It's a wonder how you got down there in the first place.
Don't start with me.
I believe I already did. As you walk up the staircases, you hear the telltale sounds of a piano that plays itself. Choju, you're not used to the modern world very much.
No.
It's only just recently that the Meiji, thanks to your family, restored their once great power.
Time moves forward even without us.
Come on, come in. Surely you can, walk yourselves to the bar, for we need to discuss business after all.
Yeah, come on.
I don't have any control over my token.
Yeah, I was about to
Me
say
neither.
I would, but I can't control my token.
That's very weird.
I can.
Did you assign the names to each token, like the usernames?
Oh dear.
The other thing to check is if they're on the map layer.
They are on the mat labor. Allow me to
Wrong layer then.
Allow me to fix all of this, because that's not normal.
Oh, don't worry about it. Mistakes happen.
I know this isn't that song, but for whatever reason, this reminds me of the minigame song from Ocarina of Time.
I do apologize for forgetting this.
No, you're right.
Look, if it's fine. If anything, it's on brand. You know, Punk's got that kind of rough around the edges aesthetic. So what's more on brand?
Can you move yourself, Baron, now?
Yes, I can.
Alright, time to do some, power of manipulation on, the captains, then. Again, I'm very sorry for this. I had thought that everything was ready already. Captain, you should be able to move yourself now.
Let's see. Nope.
Hmm. There we go. How about now?
There we go.
And for you... PA. And for you, Jerry, you should be ready to walk.
I can move Jerry. I can't move the elk though.
Alright, fixing that soon. How about now?
Yep.
Alright. And Choju.
I got it. Not sure what to do with your companion there.
Oh my, I forgot something.
What-
Thank you for reminding me.
What species is this guy?
He is a gnoll. He is specifically from the land of Zulu.
In that case, Eller just kind of, rather than being on top of Jerry, he just kind of stands there and sniffs them a little.
Hmm. Ah! You got a nice... You want a nice whiff of, Ying Wile?
Eller, stop that. No, I think he's just trying to eat your shirt.
Well,
Are you sure?
That, or you must be wearing some kind of perfume that makes him think you're a woman. He does that from time to time.
oh dear.
Can you really not control your friend?
I've tried. I really have. He's special like that.
Back kicks you in the face?
Kicking would be the nice option.
So, now that you're all here at my bar, I guess it's time to explain why I need your help. You see,
Please.
as much of a enjoyer of the finer things of Sade and Mass, the great philosophers of Sade and Mass, I don't much care for fighting things that don't feel anything at all. So, I have need of dealing with some troublemakers of that variety. It would seem that the local mines for Aetherite have had a leak, and so a lot of people and animals have, shall we say, had their soul evacuate their body post-haste.
That does not sound like it happened naturally.
Oh, nothing with Aetherite ever is natural, my boy.
I know what aetherite is.
It is, the new gold. Twice as valuable as the coal, and twice as useful.
Sounds like a platinum piece.
Might as well be black gold, in other words. Okay.
It fuels, many a factory, as well as many magical items.
Her Majesty's airship fleet is coming along nicely, thanks to the mines.
Poisons the land that it gets dug up on, though.
Yes, it's...
Poisons.
I believe, the captain knows good and well what I talk about, yes?
Oh yes, I am very much acquainted with Aetherite. In fact, I was thinking of stocking up soon, so perhaps this little situation gives me decent opportunity to skim from the till, as we say. I mean, if there's an incident, nobody's going to notice.
Oh, please. I know all about your lovely little sword. You're fine. But are you trying to get some for someone else, perhaps?
all cards on the table. I hadn't noticed that my sword was apparently made of aether. Oopsie doopsie. Yep, there it is, right there on the sheet.
I did tell you all to read your sheets. Several
Yeah.
times, in fact.
I just have a bad memory.
It is
Yeah, same
okay.
here.
It's okay. Back to, duet mode. Anyway, there appears to be, a gaggle of ghouls, Doolahans, jacks of lanterns, and a very unpleasant storm of crows as of late. And there appears to be what the locals call a spring-heeled jack. That's what...
Doesn't sound like anything I know.
Anyway, there's a lot of, critters, supernatural and otherwise, that I don't feel like dealing with because they don't feel pain and therefore I can't enjoy it. I will wipe away your collective debts if you just, deal with it.
So put them in the where they belong and put those that we can to rest.
Ah, the Man of the Orient seems to understand the situation more than the locals, it would seem.
It won't be the first time I've crossed blades with the unliving. I'm happy to help if it'll get rid of my debt.
Then it would seem that we have a deal, Captain. And what about you, Mr. Baron?
Well, you certainly don't seem the sort that would take a company check.
No, especially since I'm not interested in your money. I'm one of those few people you can't buy, Baron.
Oh, don't worry, everyone can be bought. You've already laid your price out on the table.
And so I have. What
I
about
find it very...
What about you, Philip? Jerry, whatever?
Harry works. And he just kind of taps on the table, on the bar top twice, kind of like the guy should know what he's asking for, which would be whiskey.
Do you want
Really?
do you want the really good shit, or do you want whatever I have on hand?
I vote you take a minor just so you don't pass out.
He just looks at the Orient man. Whichever one fucks up the locals more.
My, bigger orbs than most people here. Probably bigger than the bartender.
What knocks out the locals? I believe I have what you have. I believe I have something that works for you. It might work for you very well as well. You don't seem to have any tribal in ya, as far as I can tell.
He just snorts a little but says nothing about it.
And Baron Berrycloth is already pointing out a bottle. If you want to get really drunk, and with what the locals don't like, try the tequila and rum.
Ah, the Baron knows exactly what I speak of. And the bartender takes 3 bottles out of from behind his counter. One's very slender, one's very thick, and one's very tiny, and one shot glass. He does a little display for you, flipping the bottles, juggling, and then pouring things in just a delicate enough order before blowing a little kiss and it catches fire. And then he pushes it forward.
Oh my.
Without
Showman.
skipping a beat, he picks it up, gives a little, and just shotguns it.
Roll
Wow.
fortitude.
Let's see.
I hope you
14.
have a good fort.
It might be my worst, but it's still higher than most at third level. 17.
You managed to shake it off very well, surprisingly. And I'm not just fudging rolls here. You actually passed it.
He'll hold it. He'll hold the glass like upside down in the air for a moment. His eyes closed. Put it gently down and just. Ah, now that's some good shit. All right, let's get moving.
Alright.
You can your specialties. Sake is all I'll ever need.
Ah, I have some rice wine here, yes. He slides the bottle over to you. I don't really know how your customs work with that stuff. I don't care to learn them either.
Brother, if you please. I believe you're the one that carries the sake cups.
Yes, brother. As always, I am the one prepared for all things. And he just takes out the cups, the ceremonial sets, everything.
And
And
don't forget to accommodate for the large.
he looks at you. He grabs a You, if I recall correct, Jerry, in your Dixie Yankee land that is the New World, what we would call this establishment where you're from is a stag do, right?
Did the same guy just call me a Dixie again?
Yes.
He smiles toothily.
His ear starts flicking repeatedly. Question, what is that second thing you mentioned? Because I have no idea what that is.
Yankee is what a northerner would be called.
No, the last thing.
Stag do?
Yeah, I
Stag
don't know
do.
what a stag do.
So, history lesson time for audience and players. A stag do is what the old West used to call those bars that only had dudes. Only had dudes. And were totally legitimately just for pretending to be girls. Totally just for pretending to be girls.
Uh-huh. If it weren't for that part, he would have tried to let it go. He just smirks. A rather angry to be smirk. You're very lucky there's a counter between us. And you're not worth a bullet. And he grabs the elk by the antler and starts leading it away as it tries to bite the Knoll guy's shirt.
His little robes, thank you. And,
Let's go.
I guess that me
Before-
and you all will be heading to, the lovely, lovely place that is the camp.
Yeah. And well, on his way towards the door, the captain would stop by the table with the cat and the fox and say, "Maybe I'll see you two again sometime soon, eh?"
I would like you all to place yourselves here.
I just see a black screen.
You
Yeah, me
shouldn't.
too.
You very much shouldn't.
All I see is black.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Yeah.
Mike, my browser isn't using hardware acceleration. I don't know what that
that's
does.
why it turned on the thing that I don't like. How about now?
Oh. It turned
Yeah.
on concealment?
It might have turned on dynamic lighting.
Yeah.
So where do we put ourselves at the bottom?
Yes.
Ah.
In whatever fighting order you feel like is best for your group, now that you don't really know much about each other yet. And remind me to adjust your sizes accordingly.
Yeah, I'm not sure why it just doesn't do your size when you put a token down.
Yeah, also for ease of use purposes, I'll put a marker on Jerry whenever he's actually riding the elk.
Alright, that helps.
So, before we go into any sort of combat, Baron Berrycloth is going to take a few moments to cast Mage Armor on himself.
Ooh.
I don't know how to actually set that up here as being cast.
When I did it for your campaign, I just set Mage Armor as a separate set of armor.
No, I mean, how do I get it off of my spells per day?
Oh, there should be a little tick for cast.
Total spells mean.
Look, go to your spell list. There should be something that says prepared and something that says cast.
Two more fields. Okay. I don't know. Because I know how to do this for prepared, but not for spontaneous.
Oh, you just know all your spells. In that
Yes.
case, I think you just have to kind of wing it by yourself.
Alright. So
Speaking
I'm
from
casting
experience.
I am casting Mage Armor. I don't know why it rolled. Oh, it rolled for caster level for some reason. Probably for whatever. Yes,
Well,
I am casting Mage Armor on myself. And I'm also going to offer Mage Armor to the large cat man with the big sword.
you may.
And alright, so I'm going to also cast Mage Armor on him. And that should not interfere with any of his class abilities.
Indeed.
Can my fast drinker thing be used on someone else I designate?
No,
No.
that's a feat. That only works for you.
Fair enough. In that case, he's carrying a potion bottle in his hand, and one of two of his guns in the other.
I apologize for how long this is taking.
Do I necessarily see anything out of the ordinary, like, obvious signs of somebody hiding, maybe?
You hear the distant sounds of a reverberating caw, an unnatural sound of, like, carrion birds that should not be, like they're echoing among themselves, unnaturally.
Undead?
You might believe these to be undead if you could get a sight on them. You were told that there was going to be murders of crows, ghouls, and possibly a Dullahan here.
I'm also, just because I can, going to cast resistance on people until something else happens. That is a cantrip. The first save that you make is at +1.
Alrighty.
Okay.
As you all enter the camp, you see that it looks almost picturesque for a mining camp. As picturesque as it could be. All the tents are in good condition, and there's hardly any evidence of a struggle. A big fire is in the middle. Distant cawing of crows reverberates in the air. Slight shuffling sounds in the distance among the forests of tents and tent poles. The occasional muttered moan.
Be careful.
Some smells rotten.
Do you still have usage of your tokens, or do I have to do this again?
Yeah.
Yeah, we dragged him on, so we have control.
Alright. In that case, what will you do? You don't see any enemies yet, and it is brightly lit considering it's a fire in daylight.
You know what? Oh, I am gonna have Oh, god damn it.
Hmm.
I'm sorry. I'll be right back. Y'all do something.
It is fine, my dear.
Alright, so I guess Pierre would speak up, whispering, but and say, how about we just advance towards the center of the camp in this tight rank
Hmm.
and wait for something to happen? Or start seeking out any hostiles?
We should still be careful.
That would
Of
be
course, of
wise,
course.
yes.
That's why you're going first.
Hmm.
I'm sorry, she barks at just random frickin' shit sometimes.
You're fine, dude.
So Baron Berrycloth is rather nonchalantly pulling his sword king out of the cane part, and you all see that there's a small pistol at the base of it as part of it, and he loads it with a wad of shot.
Y'all do
Ready?
more than target practice with that?
Oh, no, not really. I try not to need it. But the situation calls for it. He is not loading regular shot. He is loading the flare shot.
Ooh.
As a gunslinger, would I recognize that's what he's loading?
You would have a deep understanding of firearms and would know that he is using archaic tools to make firearms, yes. And you would recognize that it is flare shot.
Remind me what flare... Is flare shot just fire damage?
It deals half damage to a target struck, but the creature is blinded for 1 round. And creatures within 20 feet are dazzled for 1 round. And it can also be used to send up a signal flare.
Yeah, you see Jerry is just a little bit worried about you having that now.
It also makes my gun more likely to blow up.
Like I said, he's worried now.
Carefully advance.
Well, some people get all the fun things. I'm stuck with regular shot. Pierre says, pulling out his, pistol and rapier.
Where the hell did he even get that? Thing's gotta be ancient.
It's an antique.
Yes. You notice that as he pulls out his rapier, it glows ever so slightly. But it is a dark, faint metal.
Talk later. Move up.
You're right. Let's continue advancing carefully.
So I'm going to, as I move through with these guys, I'm actually going to make a perception check.
Roll it.
Yeah, I asked for one earlier.
I had not heard you. My bad.
Well, can I make it now?
Go ahead.
I think I'll join in. Damn, dude. Your bonus is nuts.
Yes.
Yeah, I think he did some fandangling.
So, Jerry, since you had the highest score, I'm going to spell this out to you very, very well. Your golden eye that sometimes gives you mild headaches starts twitching around, and you feel like you can see all around the camp where the movement is going. You see the flapping of wings, skeletal as they may in the distance, to your east, west, and north. And you see the shadows behind the tents to your west and east, as well as to your south, northwest and northeast.
So, in other words, 270 degrees ahead of us.
You see where you see this, you see this. You barely see this, you barely see this, you barely see this. You see this clearly, and you see this clearly.
Okay, he knows this is going to screw them in the long run, but he also realizes that we are very screwed at this point. So he just yells as loud as he can, "Walkers and flyers!" and immediately hops on the elk. And, like, hopefully walkers is understood to translate to zombie or something skeletal.
Gauge.
Roll
I take it
initiative.
Lovely. And click token, and
I forgot to click
click.
it.
Do we have an initiative tracker up?
I was wondering that, and then
Give me a bit of a moment.
You're fine, dude.
Actually,
Hey,
don't.
Sue?
Let's not roll until I'm ready to have you roll.
We have to roll again anyway to get on the tracker.
True.
Yep.
What did I roll?
Damn, on a 19, no less.
Okay, he got a 19 and I got a 7. That would be why. So Captain Pierre rolled a 2, I think? And got an 18.
You have a
Yeah, that's
16,
insane.
dude. That's funny.
Alright,
I
so.
hope-
The initiative tracker. Try to roll again.
Click,
Yep.
click.
There we go. Should we just use our original rolls?
Go ahead and use your originals if you feel like it.
I will.
I assume my elk just moves on the same turn order as me.
I just noticed that's the same roll I got the first time.
So if you click on the gear, and there should be an option saying that lets you order the turn tracker.
There you go.
Da, 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 da. So is everyone up?
Mm-hmm.
I believe so.
Looks like it.
So, Choju Giga, as your stalwart wolf lupine companion has alerted the horde, you start hearing the shuffling move ever closer to the center of camp. What do you do?
One hand resting on his katana. He leaned forward a little and prepared to attack whatever came into his view first. That's his turn with a readied action.
Alright, so you're not moving forward?
No, I'm being defensive with the party.
Alright. Baron, it's your turn.
Have I seen any of the creatures that are approaching from my position?
You can see the swarms of undead ravens and crows, but that is because they are in the air at the moment.
And I can't see any of the walkers?
Not yet.
I would like to make a knowledge check about these flyers.
Roll religion.
Alright. Skills, knowledge, religion. That's a 28.
These are called carry-on storms.
Alright.
The cursed, undead forms of a murder of crows. They're commonly, attracted to places where ghouls happen to, make their home. An almost symbiotic relationship between the two species of undead. They are... With the role that you have, you will know a handful of little tidbits. I will give you 3 questions.
Do they have any weaknesses?
They do not like channeled energy and actually take half as, again, damage of channeled energy. And they don't like positive energy.
Alright. So, next question is... Do they have any special attacks that I should be aware of?
They are swarms. If you are in their zone of control, you will take damage.
Alright, and... They're undead.
Indeed.
Alright, and... Let's see. How tough are these things, generally? Like, what's their hit points?
Generally, a standard, typical murder of crows turned into a carrion swarm has a durability almost as much as yours, at an 11.
Okay, so they're gonna be nasty.
What do you wish to do next?
Okay, so was that not... I can't remember what, knowledge checks are. Are they not an action? Or free action?
They are free action, because why the fuck would they not be?
Okay. Let's see. I think I'm simply going to delay until, everybody else in the party is gone.
Alright.
Oh, last. First of the party, alright.
Captain Pierre Arsenault Monet.
Alright, well... What am I going to do about all this nonsense? Okay, well... Spells don't feel like any of them are particularly useless at this moment, or, much at all. Probably not the best to, fire my gun at this range.
These are modern firearms rules, so, you can still hit touch at this range.
Oh, okay, you know what, yeah, okay then, so, let's see how sturdy these things are. So, the good captain is going to, move up a bit next to this Choju, and, fire his gun at this one. This nasty. See, like I said, see how...
Something weird happened with, the table. One moment.
Yeah, you disconnected for a moment.
You lagged out and came back. That's what.
Alright, so... Which one are you firing at?
This one.
Alright, roll.
It didn't change the target.
What are you talking about?
It says AC, not touch.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Oh, okay.
So, you just barely miss it as it lurches forward.
Oh, damn it! That thing's stabbing all over the place. It's impossible to get a beat on it. And that will be my highly efficacious turn.
Jerry, your turn.
How high up are these murders?
They're about 20 feet off the ground at the moment.
So they would certainly be at least one range increment for me, correct?
Yes.
One more question. For my guns, you have them listed as 2 guns, but is it 2d6 per gun or with both guns?
2d6 is per gun, if I recall correctly.
Jesus. Oh, so you took down the initiative order.
Oh shit. Put it back up. There we go.
Alright. So I can see the murders. I can see... If I come around this tent, I can see the shamblers, right?
Yep.
You know what? What do I know about shamblers like this? Since I saw a glimpse of them.
Do you have knowledge religion or knowledge arcane?
I have neither of those.
Then you don't really know much about these specifically.
Just that they undead.
Yeah.
Fuck it. Quaffing his potion immediately, because that's a thing he can do. He's gonna target this murder of crows as his true strike target.
Is that your only action?
No, because he's also gonna shoot them.
Alright. Fire.
I am firing at them as though AC touch, and I forget I get certain bonuses for that. I don't remember what, because this is a shit ton of powers.
Shoot her! Shoot her!
I clicked it. Click range. It's the first one.
Alright, so... it would seem your things aren't all the way set up, so we'll deal with that later.
Yeah, it's 12 plus stuff. I'm still learning all shit you handed me.
It matches. You barely managed to hit into the cloud of bony undead swarming crows. And roll your damage.
I'll have to create the attack for that later. Take 14.
As what you initially thought was barely hitting them at all, you managed to fire your round off, and in one instance, you managed to cleave right through the cloud and hit each of them at the right point of their swarming, and they all fall down with a thud to the ground. And it was this one, right, that you smote, right?
No, these guys.
Alright.
And moving my elk is a free action, or is that another separate action?
One moment. I just realized I need to start actually using certain things. If you fired only once, it's your attack action.
It would be my attack action to move the elk.
Oh, your mount is autonomous as long as you told it to move.
Then yeah, he'll just give that little classic tap of the shoes, and yeah, it'll probably move up until it realizes, oh, there's things. That's what he wants. And that's me turn. Yep, shit, that's not what I wanted to do. Ignore that. These buttons are so damn small.
So, can I ask you to roll that again? I'm sorry.
That was not anything. Don't worry about it. The elk moves on my turn, and I hit that instead of the abilities button.
Alright, so, next turn is going to be the ghouls, if you haven't finished all your actions.
Wait. Remember, I delayed until after the rest of the party had moved.
Correct.
So my action is going to be to move here. And is there a stick that is on fire that I can estimate to be 5 pounds or less in this fire thing over here?
Roll a perception.
Okay. Let me go to my skills. Perception. That's a 24.
You find one. It's almost entirely imbued in fire, but if you grab it fast enough, you can do it.
Cast Mage Hand.
Alright. What you gonna be moving that mage hand toward?
The stick that you pointed out that's on fire.
What I'm asking is, what are you going to be moving that thing toward?
I'm gonna be moving it more towards myself. Yeah, so it will move 15 feet towards me. So here.
Alright. That's not what I wanted to do. Give me a moment. I'm facing some interesting complications.
So just roll 20.
You didn't know that you didn't anticipate me grabbing a flaming stick.
I was not anticipating having this much trouble drawing, specifically. There. That little circle is your fire.
Okay.
You know what, I'll use your mark instead. That's easier for all involved.
I did not actually mean to make that mark, but whatever.
Because it's actually red. There. There's your stick.
Okay.
Alright. Anything else on your turn, Baron?
No, that is it for my turn because I have moved and cast a spell.
Alright. You see the shambling hordes move ever so closer to you. As you do, you notice that all of them appear to be of the Zarahajai race.
Hmm.
If that means anything to you, that means that the original story you were given might not be the true one.
Zara Haja, isn't that a type of Rakshasa or something?
No.
No, that's my race.
I have no fucking
Zarahajai.
idea what that's.
So, Patrick, if I recall, you know that your people are immune to the radiation of Aetherite.
Not just immune, we need it to live.
That means whatever made this happen had nothing to do with Aetherite.
Great.
Something's not right here. This shouldn't be able to happen to us. I don't think Aeth is responsible.
And how would you know that?
Because we're immune to Aether. Those are my people. Hell, we start to get sick without it. Something else turned them.
I assume my scent is just going nuts and saying undead constantly, right?
Yup.
Yeah, it's about now that he keys in on it. Well, whatever they are, they're dead. So, don't look at me.
I wouldn't worry. We'll put them to rest soon.
Now the crows start swarming. Heading to the loudest sound in the area.
It was here in the middle.
You notice, Jerry, that they start moving all in your direction.
Oh boy.
Good. That was the intent.
Showju, Giga,
Yeah.
your turn.
Right. I'll move up to here and swing with my blood.
Swing it. As you swing your legacy katana, you utterly decimate this ghoul in a flurry of flourishes. It is as if you diced up a homemade kyotsu, or perhaps a sushi.
Rest in peace. The rest will join. And that's his turn.
Alright. Baron Berrycloth. How shall you
I don't-
proceed?
I do not go yet.
Remember,
Yeah,
he's
then
last now.
Yeah, his initiative order changed.
Delay and ready actions actually change the initiative order.
Alright, well then, remind me when it's your turn because I can't fix it. Captain, what are you doing on this turn?
Alright, well, since I'm not interested in a repeat of that embarrassing incident just last time, I'm instead going to be improving myself a little bit. So the good captain will cast divine favor on himself. So that's just so I may not miss next time around.
Alright, is that your turn?
I'll also move up a bit more to here.
Alright.
Near me.
Yep.
Jerry, it is your turn.
Remind me to pull out my other guns and move action, right?
It is, if I recall correctly,
You're a gunslinger, so it should be a free action.
this is actually a really good question. One moment.
Yeah, because like again, there's so many skills, things I have to keep up with on this sheet. I'm having trouble finding if it's a free or a regular action.
You're a gunslinger, so you have grit.
Stop.
Unless
Stop. I'm trying to
Yes.
answer your question, sir.
yes.
Where the fuck did all your... Well, ain't that a bag of dicks?
Because I'm pretty sure you didn't give me quick draw.
So, I operate under the assumption that you already had them both out.
I couldn't have. I quaffed a potion at the start of my initiative.
My bad. Well, it would
That's
be it would be a move because you don't have a quick draw yet.
Quick draw. Okay, and that it doesn't matter because it still lets me do what I'm doing. Quick draw. I mean, not quick draw. Pulling out the other pistol, which both start glowing as he just smiles and gives out a little "Gah!" And the elk immediately knows to just start charging and evading enemies. So we're going to do that really fast. And as he's riding through, he is just going to take a chance and shoot two of these idiots.
All right.
So let's see, who all is still up? Everybody that doesn't have an X. He's going to take a shot at this murder and this guy just because pop-up targets.
Fire.
So, boom and boom.
Both of those hit. Roll your damage.
Oh. Okay. That's the first one.
Roll the damage for that one again. So, so for the murder of crows, the carrion storm, it takes 29 damage.
I was shooting at two different targets, though.
Yes. Roll another damage for the
Fair
second
enough.
enemy. Alright, so the carrion storm gets just evaporated as you fire just at the right angles. It's as if the bones didn't turn to ash and they gently float down.
And as for this bozo,
As for that bozo, he falls limp as you hit him in the head.
watermelon. And he's gonna actually make as much whooping and just yelling as he can, and it very quickly becomes obvious he is trying to keep their attention on him. He wants them to follow the moving target.
Alrighty, let's see if this pays off, dear sweetheart.
Alright, it is my turn now. His turn has ended.
Yup.
Okay, so Baron Berrycloth, he is going to move up, grabbing the flaming stick along the way, and he is going to move up to here, near the fire, and I'm going to take this off the board because it's now in his hand. And he is going to, first off, I would like to make a check to see what the heck these walkers are, now that I can see them.
Roll religion.
Religion again. Oof! That's a 14.
You know that they are ghouls, and you know nothing else.
Alright. Okay, for my second action, free action, I'm going to shout to the seahorse-looking captain person, who has just clearly casted a divine spell of some sort, and he'll just say in passing, "Hey, if you're actually a priest of this renowned fox fellow, I think these fellows will fall quite easily to the holy light of any sort of guardian."
They certainly would, but I can't do that.
Berrycloth will just shrug and say, "No, suit yourself," as he is going to you know what? I'm gonna actually cast Detect Poison at this time. And I'm just gonna start looking around while everybody else fights.
You don't see any poison.
That is information in and of itself. And that is gonna be the end of my turn.
So, you start getting pincered up, Jerry, as the undead starts converging on you. None of them are able to reach you just yet, but the time of that lasting is a matter of perspective, no?
I mean, it is what it is, but the point is to keep them moving and me moving even faster.
Alrighty. And as such, the crows start descending. At least the ones close to you.
You say descending, I say target practice.
Choju, it's your turn.
Alright. And you said that's a flock?
Pardon?
A flock of crows.
Yes.
Alright. Damn
It
it,
is-
you really put yourself in a pickle. Based on enemy proximity. I'm gonna cast. No, we're gonna throw this. I'm gonna move up to here. And cast hedging weapons.
Alright. Make sure to modify your AC accordingly.
I gotta get serious. Now get your ass back here. And that's the end of his turn.
Baron, are you holding your thing again?
My initiative has actually changed, so I will be going right before those zombies.
Alright.
All you gotta do, if you want to move him around, is should be able to drag him down there.
I fixed it. Captain
there we go.
Pierre.
Alright. Now that I'm a bit more confident in my abilities, I'm gonna move a bit closer to the big tiger and try to crack off a shot on this ghoul. Alright, let's see if I can actually manage it this time.
You hit. What were you aiming at?
This one.
So, it takes 4 damage. It is not down, but it is most certainly hurting very badly.
God damn it, this whole thing is pathetic. But it's what the budget can afford. And that'll be my turn.
Jerry, you are surrounded on all ends. What are you planning on doing?
One, how high up is this thing?
Which one?
The left one.
It is now 10 feet above you. To your, north.
Okay, 2, I wouldn't have had time before because I didn't know what we were doing abilities-wise, but could I have had my mutagen made from my elk?
Yes.
Okay. One last question. If it makes an acrobatics check, can it jump 10 feet in the air?
Possibly.
Okay, here's what we're doing then. I'm activating Bomb.
Alright, make sure to do the necessary modifications to your elk.
Yeah, so I gotta check that real fast because mutagen is goddamn weird. So they receive +2 natural armor, +4 alchemical bonuses to, in this case, strength, because gore goes off strength. A lot of weird shit happens with strength. So I'm only worried about the strength because the natural armor is just doesn't hit. Oops. And I'm going to, as soon as it activates on it, which he does just from being in the saddle, not even using his damn hands, it just kind of hulks out a little bit, I guess. I don't know how mutagen necessarily works in that fashion on elk.
The horns get bigger and more robust as the head grows bigger.
Fair enough. And he's going to give a whistle point at the murder above them with his gun, pointing out who he wants the target to be. And basically is ordering the elk, without saying it, to hit that one. So it's going to make its acrobatics check.
Alright, roll it.
$14.
The elk jumps. As it is a large creature, it jumps about 5 more feet into the air and roll your attack.
Okay. $17.
It hits.
Birdies, please take 2 damage, apparently?
Oh boy.
Oh, wait, that didn't have the strength modifier in it. Shit. I set that up wrong. Take 5.
Mistakes.
Yep, but hey, it still takes damage. And then, if it can, as the rest of its action after the jump, it's just going to run behind the tents and just generally keep me moving.
Where are you heading off to?
Up there.
Alright.
And in passing, shooting this asshole and this asshole.
Alright, roll it.
$13 and $16.
Roll the damage. It hits both.
$15 and $17.
As you fire off two furious flurries of bullet bouquet, you find yourself less surrounded than you were before, but still very much in a very bad spot. As two bodies flump to the ground.
Boy, you don't know what I'm good at. You just keep popping them, I'll keep wrecking them. And anyone that can see him can see his eyes kind of glowing a little bit too.
Baron,
This enemy.
yes.
Click, bang.
Alright. Roll it.
So that is going to be a 17, 16, 15, 14, 13 to hit.
Alright, so that hits.
It deals 1 damage, and if they are at all vulnerable, this guy needs to make a fortitude save.
Alright.
Let's see.
Undead don't make fortitude saves last time I checked, so...
Intelligent ones do, but that's about it.
Yeah, these aren't intelligent, so... It doesn't do anything besides the 1 damage.
Okay, so let's see. So if it does not... So they are immune to Dazzle as well?
So, Dazzle, the AoE, probably triggers.
Yeah, so they're all dazzled, including the one I hit.
Alright.
Within a 20-foot radius, so just in front of me, bright flash, it's all of these guys.
I'll use this symbol to mean Dazzle for now.
And then Baron Berrycloth is going to back up a little bit.
Alright,
And that'll
so,
be the end of his turn.
as you fire off that round, Baron, you hear a relatively mousy voice saying in very obvious disgust, "And this is the reason, my brother, why I wonder why you were put in charge of our exposition." And Chodote bursts forward and where the fuck is that? The measurement stick, yay! And you see him raise aloft his sword, his wakashasha. It glows faintly with holy light that imbues the area. almost as if rain pours down of bright light. Alrighty. Sorry that I'm taking so long. This is gonna take a while, I'm very sorry.
It's okay.
That's just the weight of the DM.
Are you quite alright, brother? As he now enters into the fray, and is now no longer in surprise phase. Which means I need to roll something real quick. Alright. The undead are shocked and awed by that bright light. If any of you have taken damage, you have healed.
Damage? What's that?
Jerry, the undead horde continues dogging you. As some of the undead lose their interest in you altogether.
Not good.
I'm just doing both of these action economies together because they're basically next to each other. Alright.
Do any of those proc my attack of opportunity?
One of them does. The one that had full health. Swing.
Which one was it?
Right here.
Got it.
That
this is-
hits, and
Oh.
he is brought down to size.
I'll be fine, brother. Just focus on the others.
Whatever you say, dear brother. Captain Arsenaut Monet, what do you wish to be doing?
Alright, so I'm gonna try my hand at, let me double check how, something works.
Take your time.
Hmm. Okay, I was just trying to figure out how this sword and pistol thing I've got works. I don't know, it seems...
So basically, in melee is where you want to shoot your guns. Because you can use both weapons as if you're dual wielding, as long as it's both a sword and a gun.
Alright, you know what? Now, does that need to be a full round attack to do that?
Yes.
Yeah, I figured as much, so... I'm gonna try something else. He's gonna go ahead and move up to, here, and, cast Cure Light Wounds on that ghoul.
Roll it. Alright, so... I need you to roll 1d8.
I believe I need to make a touch attack, don't I?
Yes, you do.
That wasn't included in that, so here it comes.
It hits. Now, roll your,
D8 plus 3?
Yes. It's... Now, keep in mind, that does proc an attack of opportunity, because it is casting.
Uh-huh. But he misses.
As he tries to bite you, he fades into ash.
Pure skill.
Precision and grace. What the fuck?
Get cocky.
Alright, is that the end of your turn?
Yep.
Jerry, you are now even more tightly squeezed than the pair of buns that you were squeezing earlier in the evening.
Damn.
I still have no memory of that. I did just realize a problem, but I wanted to ask you before we continue with it. I just remembered strength, when used as a mutagen, drops intelligence by 4.
That elk is stupid now. Yes.
Technically, my elk has a -2 in intelligence. Does that mean it's technically dead right now? Or is it just really stupid?
It's really stupid, but if you do this again and cause it to die, I will kill it. This is a I'm giving you one. Give me. You get one.
Yeah, I forgot strength did that. Sorry.
You get
Everybody
one.
gets one.
Can I pipe up for just a second here?
Yes.
So, when you're talking about bonus and malice, intelligence is intelligence. The lowest intelligence can go is 1. So your elk is stupid, but it still has 1 intelligence.
My bad.
If it takes any intelligence damage or drain, it will die instantly.
Noted.
My bad. I misunderstood. You're fine.
Okay.
So what are you doing, Mr. Cowboy?
You know what? I'm gonna roll a 1d20 for the elk because of my own stupidity. Oh boy! So the elk, in absolute stupor, it kind of ignores his orders this turn and is actually gonna try to straight up. Is it Overrun does attack damage? Yes, I think it's Overrun does attack damage.
Overrun does attack damage.
And he's gonna overrun this one in a charge.
Alright, roll it.
That's, okay.
Okay, as part of a charge, I think I just rolled his CMD, which should be high now.
Alright. Still roll it.
21.
That is more than enough. Roll the damage associated with this, and do the movement accordingly.
Okay, so in this case he's doing his gore damage, I believe.
I believe that
Or
is
the-
right.
Alright. Huh?
I believe that's right.
Trample for 7.
Alright, so... There you go.
So he was the trample. He was.
So hold up. I need to roll an attack of opportunity. Go right back next to that goal.
Can you place a marker right here so we knew where that was?
Right here. So, I need to roll his attack of opportunity. Does that hit you?
Who is he attacking? That's the problem.
He is attacking your mount.
Okay, so my mount's defenses are... It misses because of the bonus natural armor.
The ghoul tries to bite through the pelt of your majestic war elk, and its teeth don't even sink through as you continue on your way.
Just because that one wanted to be an asshole, that one gets shot for one.
Roll it.
$25?
That hits.
I assume a 17 is watermelon.
Watermelon. Watermelon indeed.
Okay, and then just he's gonna turn as he's going around the tent. I believe this would actually be a range. Yeah, that'd be a range increment for him. So I'm attacking touch instead.
Yep.
Ouch.
That misses altogether.
Yeah. Thankfully, I didn't use a grid, so that's not a misfire.
Yep.
And that's the turn for now. Oh, I just thought about this. How many rounds does this revolver have? Each of
It's
the
6 barrels, 6 shots. Each. You do not have a Nagant. Sorry, you don't have 7 shots.
Yeah, I know. I'm just double checking how many times I've shot so far.
You shot 3 with each, and 1 with one of them.
Okay.
So you have 2 rounds in one and 3 in another. So, Dote looks around him, sees that his brother and him are surrounded, and he does once more another holy ray of light as he channels the divine essence of the Emperor.
Is it actually his turn right now, though?
Yeah, because the Baron goes before him.
Oh, I keep forgetting how that works. My bad.
Yeah, because his initiative order unless he moved in during the Baron's initiative order or something.
He moved in on a surprise round.
Yeah,
And he's rolled initiative now.
Yeah. Yeah.
There you go.
Alright. So, Baron Berrycloth. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Gonna move like this. Actually, no. Before you do that, what are the altitudes of the two, this murder and this murder? What are
10
their,
feet above the
altitudes?
ground, and that one is right next to the ground.
Perfect. So, Baron Berrycloth, movement like this. And
Alright.
he takes a gulp of this flaming stick in his hand and fire breath.
Roll it.
That is a 1d6. That is a 4 fire damage, and they can save. Let me find where it is. Traits, Dragon Breath, Reflex. This will probably tell me what it is. Okay, it's a DC 10. So one of them saves, the other does not. The one that saves takes half damage, so 2.
So, congratulations. You dealt with 2 of them. The boss is indeed a real fire breather.
He kind of just coughs out some smoke.
Is that all for your turn, Baron Cloth?
That is all for my turn, yes.
I do love the flavor texting of insisting that you eat the fucking one thing before you can do the fireball.
Oh boy.
Alright.
Yeah, you gotta love Dragon's Breath.
So the ghouls, the ones that are alive, this one comes up to you, Baron, and does his swingy wingy, trying to bite you.
Okay.
Does it hit?
No! It is so low, so much below my AC that I say that as Barry Cloth bends over to cough the remnants of his fire breath, he just misses over his head.
Oh, it's funny.
Alright. And now it is as the birds of prey continue to dog the lupine gunslinger, and an unfortunate amount of ghouls still follow him. Choju Dote takes and does a lovely pirouette around the bodies of crows, and then goes behind the ghoul that you struck upon, Baron, and does the following.
I'm gonna call that death, or re-death.
That is only one of those was a swing, but now you know.
Wrong person.
Oopsie.
Glad I pointed that out.
That would have been awkward. So, be careful, tiny dragon. You are ever so slightly smarter than my brother.
I heard that.
Choju, your turn.
How high in the air is that one?
I would be more worried about the one right next to you, sir.
That one's got neck. Oh yeah, right. Yeah. I'll attack that one.
Swing.
Oops. Press to expand.
It hits. And because it is a,
Cold iron.
and because it is a swarm,
Yeah.
11, 8, 3. You cut through the swarm of deadly undead crows, but it is still flapping around ever so slightly. Will that be all of your turn, sir?
Going to back up slightly, and be ready to strike, because that puts me in perfect range to defend him.
Alright.
And that's my turn.
Captain Pierre Arsenault Monet, are you ready to make your stand?
Yeah, why not? Okay, so I'm actually gonna try out this sword and pistol thing, and there's a convenient target right there, so I'm gonna go ahead and take a 5-foot step and make a full round action, slashing and shooting at these nasty birds.
Go for it.
So, slash and shoot.
Both of those hit. As your pistol shot and your sword swing through the air, you hit the ones that are above your head with a bullet shot in a delicate, elegant fashion, while you run through the ones at shoulder height. And you have what amounts to a radioactive shish kebab of undead crow for your leisure.
No, even I'm not that weird. Alright, so that'll be my very effective turn.
Jerry, you are up.
Alright. How tall is this tent?
How tall is the tent?
Yeah, how tall is the spiral tent?
It's about, your height.
So high enough that a normal acrobatics elk should be able to jump it.
Sure.
Let's find out if he does it first, because otherwise I'm in the shit.
You jump. Your elk jumps gracefully over the tent, buying you some time.
In that case, just as a little bit of a flourish as he does so, Jerry is gonna kind of throw both of his guns in the air, catch them, and take fire at both of these idiots.
The crows?
Well, crows, yeah.
Roll it.
Alright. See, one problem I'm running into though is that none of my grit shots really work for this stuff right now, because like everything is staying within range.
Fire!
15 and 20.
Alright. You gracefully shoot through the storm of crows, and they fall flat, turning into ash.
Alright, how much more movement does the elk have at this point?
However much that you have left, boy.
I was just asking because some GMs do a weird thing with jumping.
I am not
So-
other GMs. Now do what you do. Are you just staying over there?
1 second. I was working it out because it was a weird number.
Alright, Baron. Your turn.
Thank you. He just says to the what is this? Is this a fox?
Yup.
Yeah. All he says is thank you. And then he will actually he's actually going to sheathe his sword cane. Is that a move? I believe that's a move action.
That would be correct.
And you will see him make some gestures towards the monocle on his face as he starts casting Detect Magic and looking just all around the area. In the middle of combat, yes.
Ping, 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 ping.
You see a lot of pings. Choju's sword pings. Renault's Arsenault's Monet's sword pings. The two guns in the eye of the wolf ping. And something and then something pings. Something very big pings. Something very big indeed pings.
I think my elk also pings, but I don't remember how that works with
No,
temporary magic.
it did not ping. Something very big pings in that tent.
So at this point, Jerry is just going to yell at the top of his little kobold lungs, "Oi, cowboy Yankee man! Look out behind you!" Or, I've gone Scottish, apparently.
That works. I assume we're not doing the facing rules, right?
I don't know how to do that on Roll20, so I'm not doing it.
It's more trouble than it's worth, trust me.
Let me put it this way. I can look behind myself and assume he's not talking about the two ghouls, right?
Correct.
Oh, bugger.
Yeah, and he will actually, be pointing towards the tent.
The tent that's immediately to my right. Oh, bugger.
And that will be the end of my turn.
Alright. I now need to do some initiative tracking. That was a lot done. That was uncovered a lot sooner than I was expecting.
I'm like, there's no enemies around me. I don't have the range to hit any of the other ghouls. Let's do a detect magic, because this looks funky.
You should have known that somebody would, think to just detect magic the field. Because detect magic is broken.
Alright, so. All of the birdies are gone, so I can delete them from initiative. The ghouls, however, continue to dog Mr. Dogman. With absolute stubbornness. Choju Dote vanishes back into the shadows as he becomes invisible. I have done my part, brother. Your turn to be useful for a change.
Of course you do.
Choju, it's your turn.
Wait. I'm gonna move up here. Decree the kobold stay behind him as he swings at his next target.
Alright, swing it.
Oh shit.
You turn that thing into fucking minced ash.
That is how you send someone to the afterlife. And with the click of his sword, they fall to ash.
Basically. Captain Pierre.
Mm-hmm.
Your turn, Captain Pierre.
Alright. Okay, so... Not a lot of them left. That's good. So, I guess I'll move up to here and try to crack off a shot on this one. This school right here.
Hello, new song.
Alright. And which one were you swinging for?
This one.
Alright. That does 4 damage.
And I'm done.
Jerry, what do you do?
Quick question. Huh?
Make sure you have the initiative order correct.
Oh yeah, he goes before I do. Or is he surprised?
Oh. Thank you for reminding me. I'm sorry. Adulahan sprints out of the tent, carrying its own severed head in a chain whip of most maleficous intent, and begins to swing. Do either of those hit?
Who is he attacking?
You.
So he's aiming at me, not the horse. Or not the elk.
Correct.
Let's see.
Hurt.
Saddleborn is ride checks, that's right. Yeah, those are gonna hit.
How much damage did you take?
So 10. Damn it, why didn't it combine these? 10 and 13 is the totals?
Yes.
I am not doing very good. I'm up, but I am not doing well.
Roll a ride check to see if you're staying mounted.
Oh boy. I don't think I have all the bonuses on yet, but 19.
You get knocked on your ass.
Bugger.
Like, that's too much damage for that roll.
Wait, that's over the damage, though. Oh wait, it's 10 plus damage, isn't it?
Yup.
I derp.
So, I suggest you take off that token modifier now.
Yep.
How hurting are you?
Put it this way, I can't take that again. I probably can't take many attacks again. At all.
And fall back behind me when you get a turn. Is that all the Dualahan does?
Who dares disturb me?
Am I considered grappled at this time?
You are just knocked on your ass, friend.
Okay. Well, I do have one thing I would say, but it would require my turn to initiate immediately. So I guess it depends. Is the Doulahan doing anything besides monologue?
It is monologuing at you at the moment.
Okay, in that case, Jerry's just gonna immediately point his guns at it and says, "Me, motherfucker," and just starts shooting at him.
Fire your bullets.
Again, fuck, none of my freaking things actually count for this. Oh, wait, I just thought of something else. I'm sure this counts as undead, so the noxious doesn't really take effect, but can undead be blinded?
They could possibly.
In that case, he only fires one of them. The other one was a feint as he pulls out a bomb and throws it up at them.
Alright. Roll it.
Alright, I'm gonna roll the bomb first, because this one could go bad. Does a 12 hit?
One moment.
Oh, wait, a 12 plus 8? So yeah, that's a 20, actually.
So. That hits. Roll the damage of whatever it was supposed to be.
It's a non-lethal, so it really doesn't matter unless it's not undead.
Alright.
So in that case, he is affected by blindness and has to make rolls, I think.
Got it.
He has to make a fortitude save.
He is blind. He is blind.
Awesome! That saves us a lot of problems.
As for your other... Oh, your other bullet was a feint.
Yeah, the second throw was a feint, so this is his actual shot.
Okay.
With almost max damage. Jesus, does that hit?
Does it hit?
It's a 21, so does it hit?
Yes.
Hold on here.
You pierce the Dullahan's old antique armor, and it looks vaguely in your direction, its headless form. You dare? Berry Cloth, your turn.
Let's see.
I'm sorry, I'm back. What now? What happened?
It is Berry Cloth's turn.
Okay.
I mean, I was gonna move, but okay.
Yeah, let him move.
Alright, I'll let you move.
Is it half movement to get up or whole movement?
It's
Half
your entire
movement.
Alright, half movement, kip up, and then he is going to bugger behind. As for the elk, I'm just gonna have it move because time reasons. Because even
Alright.
it understands that is a bigger thing than it.
Alright, Berry Cloth, what do you want to do?
Let's see. I want to summon a creature.
Summon it.
Okay. I am summoning a fiendish eagle.
Alright.
Using my servitor power, which is going to take my conjuration implement focus, and I am going to summon him. I don't know if this is a 4-round action or not, so I'm going to summon him here.
So I need to eagle.
So. Oh no, this is only a standard action, so I can actually still move.
Alright. Is it a giant eagle or a regular eagle?
It is a regular eagle with the fiendish template.
Got it.
And I have the stats here if you want them.
I'm generating the sheet now for you.
I would almost not bother making a sheet for this.
Something tells me you're going to be doing this a lot, so I need to do it now.
Okay.
As soon as it cooperates with me. You know what? I'm just going to let you do what you're going to do. I'll fix that in post.
So, Eagle, where did it pop up? Okay, it hasn't popped up yet.
I'm going to use this and anonymous symbol as whatever you're supposed to be summoning.
That works.
Okay. And it should be right here.
That's in my way.
There you
Actually,
go.
can I summon a celestial eagle instead?
You
because
are
I'm dumb.
evil.
Yes, I am. So I can only summon fiendish. But GMs rule that differently, so I figured I'd ask. Alright, so this is a fiendish eagle. And now I have to... I don't believe it can actually do anything this turn.
Alright.
No. It says it appears when you designate and acts immediately on your turn. Yes, and I'm going to direct it to attack the Dullahan right in front of it.
Alright, roll up your stuffs.
Alright, so it is going to start flying, and it is going to grab, try and hit with its bite.
Roll it.
That is a 21 to hit.
Alright, it hits.
And it deals that much damage, 4 points.
Don't create your. Oh no, wait, it's evil. Never mind.
It's evil. It can't. Like if it was celestial, I would totally have it smite evil.
Alright, so. Oh, the irony of birds picking at my eyes. I forgot how this feels. The remnants of the ghouls start moving in your direction. Baron, you are about to get a bite down if you don't miss it, if it doesn't miss you.
Sure. Vanguard, weren't you holding an action?
No, actually, but that would trigger an attack of opportunity since it has to travel 2 squares to get to the target.
Swing it. Never mind.
Yeah, Baron Berrycloth actually goes to block this one and then crush.
As you go to block this bite, Choju cuts off its head, and it goes wide into the blue yonder.
Not on my watch.
Choju Giga, it's your turn again.
I was actually reading up on this one. I had to leave. You said this. What was that again?
That's a Dullahan.
He only has to take one look at it before letting out a low. hiss, and challenging it to a duel. That's my swift action.
Someone challenge me.
Can it even see you challenge it?
Has to be within my line of sight, and has to see me.
It can't see you though.
It's on the outside of the tent. Or whatever.
It can't see you. It's blind.
Oof.
That is right.
So you can't trigger your fucking...
I'm sorry,
Oh yeah,
but
you're right.
I'm sorry, but if I'm screwing it, then I have to kind of point it out.
Well, you screw that up. Oh well.
You would think to challenge me.
I'm gonna eat the attack of opportunity from this.
Alright. Da 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 da. Does that hit?
Nope.
It just barely glances off of your pelt.
Actually, it's probably intercepted by the mage armor I gave him earlier.
Yep.
Ah, quite true. Captain Arsenault Monet, your turn.
And you will be. Actually, that was a swift action. And
Oh.
since I can't do it, I'm gonna normal attack Doulahan. Wow, even rolling a 1,
hits.
that's good damage. I doubt it's down, but that's my turn.
Alright, so the good captain is going to move to here and cast Cure Light Wounds on our gunslinger.
Cowboy, you heal 5 damage.
Yep.
I'm less dying than before.
There's only one thing that can get to you, and it can't do it without doing an attack of opportunity from me.
Stay in the fight, American. We need those pistols. And that'll be my turn.
The Doulahan gives off a verberous laugh. You dare challenge me?
Bring it.
Do either of these hit?
The first attack does, second misses.
Have at you.
Do remember, he's also rolling at very big debuffs because blinded.
I adjusted for that.
Okay.
Yeah, I figured he would have. Alright. Took half my health out, but I'll endure.
Yankee Doodle had a farm. Your turn.
Don't ever call me Yankee Doodle, he'll get angry. Okay, considering his options, quaffing probably isn't necessary at this moment. Although he will kind of, as you hit him with a Cure Light Wounds, he'll tap one of the vials next to the left of his belt before taking aim and just shooting.
At what?
What else? I got a Ghoul and I got a Doulahan.
Yep.
Take your pick. Because I don't think Undead can be fatigued.
Shoot what you're gonna shoot, boy.
I think Death Knights are the only one that can.
So the first one
Alright.
was at the Ghoul.
The Ghoul is smattered. And the Doulahan It's starting to look a little bit worse for wear. All of the ghouls are gone, and all of the storm crows are gone. It is just now you all and the Dullahan. Barry Cloth, your turn.
Alright. So Barry Cloth, seeing that only the Dullahan remains, he is going to move over to the gunslinger, and he is going to start providing first aid.
Alright.
And that is a heal check. That's a 20, so you should get some hit points back.
I believe that is correct. How much does he get back again?
I'll have to look it up. Heal skill. Okay, so provide first aid. Okay, at a -4 penalty, I'm going to restore 6 hit points plus my wisdom modifier,
Alright.
which is going to be 7. So he regains 13 hit points.
I am almost not hurt.
Yep, I have treated deadly wounds, is what I have done.
Alrighty, then.
And that is the only time I can do that for him today.
Understood. How do you all do this? How do you...
What?
How are y'all doing that? Just want to make sure
Set it up right.
I'm giving
We're
you
right.
all. I'm giving you all a opportunity to roleplay.
Yeah, Baron Berrycloth, he starts stripping off pieces of his, noble's coat, and he, is right next to the bonfire, takes a nod at that, and literally grabbing a bit of flaming stick in his hands, he starts to work on this cowboy, bandaging and cauterizing the various wounds he's taken. From that massive blow. Meanwhile, the eagle that he summoned continues to attack, this time with a full round action.
Roll it.
This is going to be... Alright, slash roll. One... okay, it'll actually be easier to do this. This way. Copy, paste, paste.
All 3 of those are attacks.
Yes, it gets 3 attacks,
One
and it
moment.
did not go through correctly. Why did it not work?
Well,
Do roll.
I can tell you how in a moment.
Yeah, because it has 2 talons and a bite, and it is on top of the Dullahan now, so...
There we go.
Okay. I don't think any of those hit,
They don't.
but it's annoyance value.
The Dullahan is most annoyed. Choju Giga, your turn.
Won't pass. I'll make sure of it. And he'll attack.
That hits.
16 damage. And he'll stay put. So that's the end of the turn.
Alright. Captain Pierre, your turn.
Alright, so... you know, what I did last round seems like a pretty good idea to go do again. I'm gonna step up and cast Cure Light Wounds on our tiger instead. Keep him in the fight a bit longer so he can take out this big nasty. Ooh, looks like the dice agree with me.
Choju gets 10 health.
Nice.
And that'll be my turn.
Alright.
I said that's my turn. I'm done. That was a move and a standard.
Alrighty. Dullahan. I haven't had this fun in a lifetime. And a half. Do either of these hit you, Choju Giga?
Both miss.
Jerry, your turn.
Grabbing my whip counts as a move action, right?
Grabbing your lasso, yeah.
So... Okay, question. What is it to jump on top of the elk?
I don't see how jumping on top of the elk.
Like, if it runs past me, what kind of an action is it to get back up on the saddle?
I think that would be acrobatics to jump on it.
Okay, not necessarily a straight jump.
To jump on a moving target would be fucking acrobatic, sir.
I guess I meant as it rides past me, what is it to climb up on it? Like, as it runs past.
I will repeat this once more. Acrobatics.
Oh my god.
I only have to add, do you have the quick mount feat?
I don't.
Then it's an acrobatics check.
Not worth it. 5-foot step and then double shot again.
You only have one. I've been keeping track.
One. You sure?
Yes. You have one bullet and one gun. Make it count.
Okay, in that case, shoot, and then move action is to equip my lasso.
Alright. What's the turn? What's the damage, sir?
I am still in normal action range, so let's just shoot it. $14.
It hits.
Take 20 then.
No!
Does that kill it?
Yes.
For emphasis, can I shoot it straight through the jaw?
It doesn't have a head, sir. Or...
I thought it was carrying its head.
Oh, it's carrying its head. Go for it.
Just mid-scream, no pork.
And that concludes the combat.
Baron Berrycloth simply gets up from his bloody administration of the cowboy with a sigh and a authoritative snap of his sword cane on the ground, which dismisses the eagle in a puff of acrid smoke.
So, excuse me while I do some math. We will be right back.
I will take this opportunity to be right back.
Yeah, I need a little break too. I'll be right back myself.
You're good.
Lost and so far gone from who I was. Now I've become something numb, someone who I was would know this place I found somewhere in the clouds, falling down. Am I free to believe all I can be is whatever I conceive in the forest for the trees? More than anything I see, my reflections all deceive. When the waters fall to seethe, my grief, I need to and so far gone.
Welcome back to session 1 of The Gentleman of Four Outs, a Gaslight dark horror adventure. Session 1, Our Shared Lies. As you all search the camp, you'd find a lot of wealth, but not a lot of tools, as all the things that were held or kept here have turned to ash and cinders, except for the tents themselves.
So, like, any equipment stuff has turned to ash, or just the creatures?
The creatures, the equipment they once carried, all of it, gone to the wind. There might be some evidence of what really caused this, if you care to investigate.
I would. It says in my race's abilities that my people are able to visibly detect aetherite radiation. Can I see any around here except for that of my sword?
You only see what's coming from the mines.
Huh.
That means none of the corpses were radiating any.
Jerry's gonna just take his time to look in various tents and take a 10 because my roll is ridiculous. I believe that's a 30-something.
You find onyx. Lots and lots of onyx.
Do I know that onyx is used to make undead?
Do you have knowledge religion?
Nope. So instead, he's just gonna hold it up and look to the slightly more learned people. What do y'all fancy folk make of this?
Baron Berrycloth is going to adjust his monocle a little bit and make a knowledge religion check, you said?
Yes.
That is a 24.
You know that it is a common ingredient in traditional necromancy of the Western school of occultism.
Necromantic reagent. A little old-fashioned these days, but still works. I don't think that this is all about the aetherite, is it?
No.
Too much gold, too
So
much
much-
onyx.
How much precisely are we talking about?
If I had to rack my head, I'd say at least in the thousands. But
Too much. That's a concentration.
It's
Well, I guess that explains the amount of undead here.
It's almost like this was done to send a message rather than get anything from anyone.
Yeah, a racial hit on one of our party members. He just side glances at the captain.
Well, let's not make this all about me. I mean, yes, these are, similar people to me, but I don't personally know anyone here. I mean, I don't even come from here. These can't be. I mean, in the loosest sense, they are my family, in that they're, members of my fairly close-knit people. But I don't think this is specifically about me. But race prejudice might be what's in it. I do find it kind of odd that the Doulahan was here. I mean, ghouls and carrion storms, it seems like a logical creation for aetherite radiation, but something that powerful and complex? Well, I mean, we know it's not aether, it's necromancy. It feels like something more is at work here.
Feels like we got here second.
While the rest of them talk, Baron Berrycloth is going to ponder the onyx in his hand. He's going to attempt an object reading for the next minute.
Alright. Roll whatever skills associated with doing that.
There is no skill associated with doing that. It is automatic and can be used at will. If this is a magical item, if it's a magic item, I learn its properties and command word as if I had successfully examined the item with Detect Magic and succeeded in a spellcraft check. It does not reveal whether the item is cursed unless my class level is equal to or greater than the caster level of the item. If the item has any historical significance, I learn one piece of information about its past as determined by the GM. And finally, if the item was last used no longer than 1 day ago per the occultist class level, so 3 days, the occultist learns one piece of information about the last creature to use the item. It might be a glimpse of the creature's appearance, a brief vision of what it saw while using it, or perhaps its emotional state when it last used the item. You get to determine what information is gleaned from in this way. This functions like the psychometry occult skill unlock, but doesn't require a skill check and can be used at will.
Alright, so give me a moment while I double check some of my notes, because I realize that some of these entries that I wrote are incomplete. Namely, I need to double check what something looks like in history so that I can describe it right. So, you see, when you hold the banner long enough, a banner it flows on the banister of what looks to be a factory. One of the rare factories that haven't had the best of times suppressing their labor, shall we say. You see upon the banner reads Amalgamated Society of Engineers, Ballarat branch.
What was that last part?
Ballarat.
What branch? Ballarat? Okay.
It reads blacksmiths, fitters, pattern makers, turners, and machinists. United we stand, divided we fall, followed by the flags of the former American states, London, the Great Britain flag, and the Australian flag.
And it is the factory of the
Amalgamated Society of Engineers.
Amalgamated Society of Engineers. Alright, thank you. And so, a minute later, as the rest of you are doing whatever you seek to do, resource shortage.
Would you like
What'd you
to
say?
roll? Would you like to roll knowledge local, Baron?
Yes, I am going to roll knowledge local, but he's muttering to himself as well.
No.
Do I hear him, with my ridiculous perception, can I hear him say resource shortage?
That is
Roll.
a 31.
So, you, Baron, are begrudgingly very familiar with the Amalgamated Society of Engineers. They're actually one of the very few trade labor unions that have actually put their foot down and actually won. Rather bloodedly, might I add. Whereas many of their contemporaries simply protested, made petitions, these fine fellows took up arms and seized their, shall we say, means of production. You are very familiar with this, as a robber baron yourself, no?
Indeed. But why would something like this? Why would this memory be here?
What did you say, little fella?
He brushes the piezo onyx off and, pockets it for later. Seems this might be some sort of trade disputes. A labor dispute of some sort. Goodness. I certainly do hope that these engineers haven't been meddling with necromancy.
No.
Oh, I'm sorry. Something about this onyx. It was most recently handled by a member of the Amalgamated Society of Engineers. Or at least that's where it came from. He points to some, completely arbitrary tool marks on the thing. A bunch of union folks, I suppose you could say.
Oh, dear.
While he was doing his little magic thing, did I find any indication who these people were besides Aetherites sniffers? Like, were they gypsies? Were they some kind of work group? What?
They are members of the race of your companion, the captain.
Making a lot of assumptions there, son.
They might not be the same species, but they are nonetheless classified by most people as Zahajin, or sea folk people.
Otherwise, no indication of, like, why they specifically work like the Beyond race.
Well, it is not. You roll a knowledge local. You should have it.
I do, just give me a second. Oh wait, I don't have skill ranks and I can't roll it. Sorry.
So,
You can roll it, but you'll only get the 10.
Fair.
alright, so... you know what? This is something that you'd probably know about, given your trade. I'm gonna waive the knowledge roll in this case. Jerry, you are familiar with the mining trade as a cowboy in the Wild West. Whenever Aetherite veins are found, back when slavery was still legal in your lands, the very first thing that the rich folk in town would do is start bringing in Zahajin. This is because, unlike many folk, they're immune to the radiation that Aetherite gives off. In fact, they depend on it for their lives, in some cases. The stronger ones most certainly do. So, it would not be uncommon for such a huge population, even in a free society such as this, to have Zahajin workers for a Aetherite mine. These must have been the if you think about it, this must mean that these were the workers of this mine.
With this in knowledge, he's going to look for any indication of who might have hired them. A note, family crest of some kind, anything that points to, like, obviously, go talk to this dum-dum.
Have you been looking around Baron Berrycloth as well?
Yeah, I've been kind of looking at the onyx for a bit, but yes, I will also look around the cave.
By the time that you all get to the big tent where Dillahan came out of it, you both see something interesting. There is a banner of a red dragon. The Berrycloth Estates. Insignia.
Is that the same? Is he wearing that insignia anywhere?
It is on his signet ring, which he looks at the banner, looks at the ring, and then he mutters under his breath, "Well, someone has gone and made this personal."
Click. His gun is aimed right at your face, and you can see he's reloaded it in the time that it's taken us to search. Well,
Sit down.
He does not even look at you as he says, "Do you think that I would be the one who would mistreat these people? This camp is well appointed. I've made sure that all of my businesses are run well. No, someone else has done this.
Beyond the necromancy, this feels like a personal insult.
It might be one of my family, and if that's the case, they are blood traitors as well as thieves."
he very slowly lets the hammer down, the way that you safely let down a revolver hammer. I find most men tend to piss themselves and show their true hearts under a gun. I trust you. And he'll actually flip the gun around in his hand, offering the handle at you, kind of like showing he trusts you to the extent that he would hand you the gun if you wanted it. Before putting it back.
I won't lie. The business empire of the Berrycloths has made a fine fortune over the years. And our practices have not always been so tight. But bad treatment is bad business, I say. And I've worked many years to reverse many of the poor decisions of my family.
It's not easy.
So
No,
So it seems like perhaps, in addition to possibly being an act of race hatred, this could also be an attack on the Berrycloth businesses.
I don't. Who knows?
It still doesn't explain the Doulahan of all things. We can
Speaking,
explain the rest of this, but not that.
speaking of the Doulahan, I'm gonna go look up the particular pile of ashes that were the Doulahan. Besides the onyx, which I assume is much larger.
The onyx is just supplies, I think.
Do I find anything else of interest in its ashes?
As you look through it, you find one note. It's in a scratch that you don't understand, like it's been painted.
Like it's been painted?
Yes, much like the Oriental languages and how they write.
So, calligraphy.
I look to the two foreigners and kind of hold up the page. Does this look familiar to y'all too?
Would painting
You
qualify here?
haven't seen the fox since he bailed the other folk out of the fire, metaphorically and literally.
I assume he's actually not that far away, so I'm more just looking at the tiger.
My brother's never far away, even if you can't see him.
Actually, no, wait, I do know if he's nearby. I can smell.
Although, good luck trying to get anything out other than a scent.
You don't smell him, actually.
Like, he doesn't reek of perfume nearby?
No.
Are you sure he's nearby? Because I stopped smelling him sometime between the Doulahan popping out and us searching around.
Like I said, even if you can't smell him or see him, my brother's got a duty to not leave me alone.
Is there a strong wind right now?
There is not.
Trust me, if he was nearby, I'd smell him. He's not here.
Strange then.
So, are you ready to attempt to read this note, Choju?
Nobility or painting?
It is a language, boy,
Oh boy.
and you
That
can
would
read
be-
it.
Yeah, I'm gonna start reading it.
It appears to be a writ of trade between the imperial family of Japan and the Berrycloth estate.
Well, this just got more complicated. You turn and look at the
12
book
tons
with
of
the-
ore. A shipment that sounds almost impossible in your mind.
Mhm. Baron, was it?
Yes, Baron Berrycloth.
Things just got more complicated, I'm afraid. This is signed by His Majesty's Royal Court for 12 full deliveries of this stuff.
Of Aetherite?
I assume
That's-
whatever was used to animate them.
My friend, does the note mention Aetherite or Onyx?
Aetherite.
It says Aetherite, but with all the onyx here, I wouldn't be surprised if they
No,
just did
never mind
for-
that, never mind that. The Onyx isn't important to the note. 12 tons of Aetherite. And how many shipments again?
You need to repeat it to him.
One.
Just one shipment of 12 tons of Aetherite?
Yes.
Yeah.
Regardless. That is an exceptional quantity of Aetherite.
That's an impossible amount of Aetherite.
There's
You couldn't
no
ship
way
all that.
you could, but it would take more military might and stealth to keep it hidden away.
You're talking about the Her Majesty's airship fleet. Travel that much with safety.
Oh, one hell of a caravan.
Doesn't explain why the deal was struck, but it now involves me.
My
Some-
business is... I'll have to check my books, but I'm reasonably certain that my businesses don't deal in this quantity of Aetherite.
I would hope not. And if it's like what you mentioned earlier about your siblings,
Perhaps.
This- could get more ugly.
I operate enough mines and refineries to keep my factories running. That's perhaps... That's perhaps maybe a ton a year. 12 tons? In a single shipment. That's an obscene amount.
Wouldn't that be all of one's reserves?
Usually.
Not necessarily, but it would be a significant quantity. Some of the national stockpiles are that large, but very few.
Well, it sounds like they wanted a national stockpile. Not that I'm all too good with the whole tons to pounds bit, but I don't think I've ever seen a 1-ton carriage before.
My bigger concern is why the shipment would need moved in the first place.
I'm afraid I know nothing about the Orient, at least not that far east. I'm not sure if the islands have their own reserves, and even if they did, it would almost certainly require expertise to extract it that they may not have. No, this is someone attempting to obtain a large stockpile for some purpose.
far as we know, I believe the captain's blade is one proof of what we can use with it. But you mentioned negatives, did you not?
Jerry, as you
Yes.
continue searching that pile again, I presume you aren't satisfied with just finding that?
Oh yeah, no, I will search it until I have basically dusted the ground and fertilized it.
You find a silver insignia, one that makes your bones chill.
What's the insignia?
It's
Say
a
it aloud.
it's a metal insignia of the Ars Venatoria, the Huntsman Guild that you are running from.
He starts cursing aloud in a language I don't think any of you would speak. Nobody here else speaks Rougarou, right?
Nope.
Nope.
Mm,
I ask because the kobold probably has multiple languages.
I have a lot of. I actually do have Rougarou. I understand everything you're saying.
I'm not gonna say what it is, but yeah, sailor blushing. Well, lads, I think I just found out why they wanted 12 tons.
And
Let me put it this way. If they're involved, he actually looks a. He didn't look scared riding around the ghouls, but he actually looks a little terrified looking at y'all. We're about to step in a whole heap of cow pie. Because these hunters, they don't stop once they get what they want.
well then,
This
more
guild
so
of
to say.
guild of hunters.
Yeah.
So now we have
It is-
something connecting all of us.
We're still with Doulahan. I don't know how they're connected to the hunters. That's an unusual thing. The symbol's pristine, right?
It is the symbol for the Ars Venatoria.
No, I'm saying it's pristine. It's not like
It's
banged up or
polished.
yeah. So this Doulahan owned it. Do I know if they hire Doulahans, or like, do they have Doulahans on staff or something?
This might have been a victim of a victim of a victim. Maybe they once were a hunter, but now
Retired?
they're less than a shadow of whatever they were.
Baron Berrycloth just sort of.
Which is perhaps the reason why it didn't instantaneously kill you.
So the kobold starts rubbing his horns in sort of a frustrated thinking gesture. Let's see. So we have my family's business, a deal with the Japanese, and labor.
And necromancy.
Yes, it all seems very odd. The Amalgamated Society of Engineers in Ballarat. They actually got concessions from a lot of businessmen, shall we say.
Chain of deals to what end, though?
I can't fathom why my family would be. The question is, who is the antagonist and who is the victim? I should say, other than the poor workers here.
No, they were just a result. I can't think of anything that could tie all of us together.
Other than one hell of a drunken night.
Nor could I understand why why the Emperor would want such a quality ship.
Do I know if you can make bullets out of aetherite?
You feel, yes, you can. You feel a cold breeze, followed by a rapidly hot breeze behind you all.
I was wondering when you would show up.
You did what I asked of you. Good. Consider your debts cleared. And it would seem you gained more out of this than even I got out of it.
Mind me asking why exactly clearing away a bunch of ghouls was so important to you again?
Let's just say I'm a interested party in information, the sharing of lies and truths.
Can I tell if he's lying to us?
Roll sense motive.
9.
He's not lying to you.
I'm
Chogu,
also going to roll sense motive.
Choju, you trust him explicitly. Baron and Jerry, you're a bit more standoffish. But something rings true there. Captain, you believe him explicitly as well.
Well,
The reason he's speaking the truth.
well, info for info then. Do you know who the man that once had this little trinket was? And he just kind of flashes it back and forth so he can see it.
Ah, Puppy has himself some hounds after him.
It was on the dust of the Doulahan.
Oh, that definitely makes things more interesting. Last time I checked, they don't do business with monsters, now do they? Lest they become one themselves.
Let me give you a piece of advice. That's a plum-faced lie. Whoever told you that needs a good sock in the face.
Well, I guess you would know.
No need for violence.
You became a monster, right?
The way I see it, there's only two kinds of people in this world. Monsters, and the people who are afraid of themselves.
Does my eye make whirling noises when it, like, shifts around and whatnot?
It does. You can hear it.
Yeah, he just makes a couple of nice little whirls as he smirks. Bark, bark.
Anyway, I will say this much, my dear patrons. I'm as interested in what's going on as you are, for much different reasons. Obviously, from what I've overheard, you're all deeply invested in this, whether you want to be or not. So, let's do a trade. You continue your merry little way, figuring out the mysteries behind this. And my resources will be at your disposal until both of us are bored of the arrangement.
Sorry, spot, Brandon.
Alright. Well, that seems like an amenable deal to me. And I
Get-
The wolf holds his hand up. What do you get out of it besides entertainment?
Our shared lies, my dear. Our shared lies. Do you all Tell me, do you all know what I am?
Can you describe him to me again?
He has horns and wings of tattooed aplenty, with scarring and intricate workings of needle. His body is masculine, strong, and beautiful. Fangs glisten despite their obvious infernal leanings. He's as beautiful can be. His tail tapers off into a whip. One that he holds in his hands.
Would I have to make a knowledge check to know what a like an incubus is? Or is that something like Tails would tell me?
What knowledges do you have?
Nature. I'm more asking, like, is there some bard song I've heard before that is like tells
Yes.
to be careful of succubi?
You know that from stories in the western taverns that incubi and succubi don't do things out of the goodness of their heart. They do it because it's fun for them. They are purely selfish creatures. And it's very bad to sleep with them.
Well, if none of y'all mind me taking the first crack at him.
By all means.
If you're not a half-fiend, I'd have to take a guess that you're probably an incubus. It's the only thing that makes sense. Debauchery, beauty, entertainment.
Ah, yes. Ding, ding, ding. But of course, most people know me by this face. And he starts slowly shifting. His horns go away. His skin and fur look less alien in coloration. His fangs straighten ever so slightly more. His tail goes away, and you see... One moment, please. It would seem that it's not properly in my folders. One moment.
Roll 20, am I right?
You see what used to be a fiendish cat turn into a dog with radiant brown fur. Most people know me by this face.
You say turned into a dog this time?
Yes.
Yeah, with radiant colored brown fur.
Just to be an ass, he smirks a little. Cousin Paul, isn't it you?
I have been many persons, Cousin Paul. Perhaps. But I sense that you're joking. So I'll just leave you to imagine that.
I suppose we've all already made one deal with the devil.
Devil...
What's another, right?
Devils, demons, daemons... Does it really matter what we are?
Hardly.
Not that much to me. I mean, even if you're only in it to get your jollies, it's still a help to me. And frankly, always being welcome at your charming little establishment is a nice bonus.
Well, I must say, the only time it's relevant is when the three of them get all very angry about that you've called them the wrong thing.
Oh, please. There's only one thing he wants, Pool.
Oh, and Mr. Giga, was it?
Yes?
You would do well to figure out your enemies in your family and your friends very fast. I wonder where your brother went off to. Toodles. And he vanishes in a vapor of dust.
Right, well. Are we done looking about?
Yeah. We should probably make the journey back. Probably not wise to take a rest here.
Question, did you all get the notice I sent you when I realized that I miscounted your golden experience?
Yes, I got it.
Alright.
I just wanted to make sure that was accurate before I did anything.
So wait, how much gold and experience are we supposed to have though?
If you're adding that much, we level up.
Yeah.
Alright, then by next session I would like you all to finish up doing that.
Okay, but hold on, how much gold and experience are
400 each.
400 each.
So 6100 XP and 4.
And
Hello?
something. Yes, hello. And something like 3,900 gold.
There we go.
Per person.
But yes,
Wait.
That's total.
Are we getting I missed something. Are we getting 400 gold added to what
yes,
something else?
added to
Yes,
what
we
you
already
already got.
Added to both gold and XP.
Yes.
Okay, so gold is like 2,400.
So the gold is the 3,550. The experience is the 2,400.
Okay, sorry about that. It's getting late.
Add 400 to
fine.
both of those numbers because I miscounted.
And then go put 10,000 as your level 5 notice.
All of you have leveled up.
And then we have a pot of 3,950 gold to split.
That's per person.
How the hell was there that much gold here?
Makes you wonder if many other things are going on here.
Yeah.
I mean, I can get the zombies. They could have had it on them when they turned.
So, before we leave off, Jerry,
Yeah.
your revolvers, the ones made out of white wood, they begin to faintly glow. Surging lights from the grips all the way to their barrels, emphasizing the runes. They tint a shade of red, ebbing and flowing as you hear the faint whispers of headhunters that came before. And this does not stop. Yeah.
As he hears that, he'll take the little seal that he picked up off the Gulahan's ashes, toss it into the air, and shoot straight through it.
Your firearms as you do so, your share of the trinkets and baubles shrinks ever so slightly by
I will eat.
by what you'd estimate to be 2,000 worth. The keenness of the rifling shifts, morphs, gets ever more deadly, or they feel even lighter in your hands, like you're not carrying anything at all. And you feel an almost terrible confidence at fighting the undead. And the whispers fade out with one last line. Our shared lies.
And he will speak in. Is Sylvan considered an elven language or a high or like a angelic language? I always get that confused.
Pardon?
Is Sylvan considered an elf language or angel language? I always forget
It's
which.
considered the language of the Fae and the French.
Put it this way: is it insulting to a demon to speak in Sylvan?
No.
Kinda.
Alright, he'll speak in Rougarou then, so that only really technically the kobold hears him, and just say, I don't give a shit what you get out of this. Stay out of them. Before you end up feeling them. I'd hate to be shooting demons out of it.
But yes, I will get back to you at later on with the changes to your firearm, as you have unlocked the first ritual of legacy for the Twins of the Hunt. And with that, dear viewers, we conclude the first session of the Gentleman of Four Outs. Our shared lie.